Ladies and gentlemen, sound like regular there. It is now Friday, the August 11th, and yeah, today is the beginning of BronyCon Day. Now, I don't expect for much to happen today, except maybe a bunch of panels. Yeah, so if the opening ceremonies begins around 11, then since I set my alarms usually at 7, but if it's Pacific Coast, it'd be like 6 or something. But seeing as how I'm here, and I have to sleep very early because East Coast time can really mess up a Pacific time body, but same could be said if you're going from east to west. It drives you kind of a bit insane. The more you think about it. Anywho, I expect to see a lot of cosplays out here, and hopefully I might be able to gather footage for you guys, like I did yesterday, depending on how much footage I got when I go to edit this and post. But anywho, I'm decked out, ready for the con, and I know it's probably going to be cold in the convention center, but with around 10,000, I do not know if I would say 10,000 attendees. They pulled it off in 2015, but as soon as 2016 hit, they were somewhere around 7,000, if I recall. Yeah. Not that big. But hopefully, because they're now in, August again, there might be a way, and they might be able to have all this happen. Who knows? Anyways, instead of messing around in the mirror, looking over here and then looking back at the camera, I shall begin to get to the con floor, pack up my equipment, and rock and roll. Hey there, Paleo. Hi. So amazing to actually see you here for the first time.
So kind of wake you up.
I traveled here from Seattle.
Oh wow. So across the entire country.
Yeah. Doing much with Saber Easy Race today.
Yeah, we're doing a few panels. Like the first one we're doing is Riffing is Magic.
Riffing is Magic. I'll actually be there.
Yeah. And then I think Brony's React is tonight at I forgot what time it is. I think it's like a 7 or 8.
I'll see if I can try to make that. I've got one other panel in there. But I'll definitely be there for Riffing is Magic. Let me just go put it done.
So pretty much what happened. Yeah, everything else was no change. Okay. I'll see you.
See you later.
Yep.
See you later.
I confused her for Las Vegas and Bangladesh, but it turns out that's Gallery Bangladesh. Probably going to be one of the characters acting for the gala. Then again, there's other characters or other things, I do see a Sonata desk, but I better get a quick photo before she leaves.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, is it?
1000 ABG.
Wait, what kind is that? No, I have a Optica. So they look the same, but they're not the same brand.
Yeah.
Some, one of them possibly ripped off the other.
Yeah.
For similar design. Copyright.
Yeah. I like this brand a lot. It's pretty much the one I've had since 2014. And pretty much we've already pulled off the block section here.
Yeah.
I suppose this is the sponsor.
Yes.
So I need to get in line con for the others. Pretty big crowd right there. It also looks like apparently the local news is here or something. If we can tell. Might be the local news. For what is it? Pretty much probably they're lined up since early in the morning, and looks like they're probably waiting to get in here. It looks like we're just about moving into the con right now. So pretty much for the most part, it looks like the line con is officially over and we can get back to GronyCon. Which, it's always fun to go from line con to actual convention. Well, that's pretty much what this convention is, but you're talking to the actual convention that got 10,000 attendees in 2015, but kind of sort of dropped down in 2016 because of its timing. I still find it bizarre that they announced when next year's convention is going to be in the con book. Normally they don't tell you that until sometime later. There's Dipper and Mabel. And of course they're shouting sweet, which was last year's chant.
Going last year. Scout Bob.
Yep. Grabs a bucket of chicken. It's like, hey there, good looking. Got a bucket of chicken here. Just gotta slash some. Teacup! Teacup!
That's fine.
Flutter pie.
Teacup! It's hard to start a chant.
Scout Bob.
I kind of like what he says. Scalp bump. So hilarious.
I just know most of our
Literature.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's change them. Actually, the more I think about it,
I'll see if I can talk to my cosplay friend in Seattle and see if it's possible to do that instead of the empty children strike. I may have Cambot posted in post, but if he does, put it somewhere where it won't skewer my face. Thank you very much. Let's get back into the style of things. Oh, balloon punch! It broke, man! It broke! Actually, the more I look at that mask from the Changeling, the more I think of the Combine soldiers from Half-Life. Oh, it looks like it's somebody's birthday. Institute. So yeah, it turned out it was somebody's birthday today. But let's get back to the question. So, Minifur, are you ready for the opening ceremonies? Are you willing to look forward to this weekend? That's wonderful. Because the opening ceremonies may start in no less than 15 minutes. So why don't you get seated there and we shall begin. Anywho, let's bring you back to the screen here. Past the Celestia. Machine your way? A bit, yeah. Thank you. Opening ceremonies has just wrapped up, and for now I'm going to try to see if I can find Toucan LDM, otherwise known as Logan Miller, who was the person behind the MLP Meat series. And the only reason I know about it was 2012. I saw one of the first videos he did, and it has that South Park-like animation that sticks out. Not that it's bad or anything, it's just the fact that he actually does the South Park-like animation just makes it pretty beautiful, and hopefully I might be able to find him here somewhere. For all I know, he could be in the vendor hall and not up here. But we'll have to take a closer look as time goes on. So, see ya.
Before me, I can't be on camera.
Why not? You gotta blur my face. Nope, you're in the public area. Why? Are you camera shy?
No, no one has ever seen my real face. I'm just a paid actor hired by Tootsie. I'm just kidding.
Then I'll have to do the Fairly Odd Parents style. Nope, not showing the face like this.
I do like your tripod though. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, thanks. Had it for so many years.
Oh man.
It's like Fairly Odd Parents.
Hi people.
Hi internet. I just like the selfie one in the Horse Famous video.
Oh my god.
Can I get a
There he is. It's about time.
selfie?
I would watch that.
Okay, so it's a deadbeat shot to find him, but thankfully there is the Riffing His Magic panel, which I'll be at. And of course I learned the hard way that it's impossible to find a guy, so I posted up on Twitter where to find him. So when I go to look, or at least when he tries to look for me, he'll know where to look.
That guy has some severe fandom disassociation.
So I see red card over here, so I'm going to do the most random thing in history.
He had
Hi. Law exception.
More exception again. How's it going?
It's going fine, waiting in line for Riffing His Magic.
Ripping is not, yeah.
You better know what's
Before I get back in line, I have this one thing to say.
What? What's that from?
The Tick animated series.
Okay.
Take a look at the things. If you ever had the chance, go and try to find it online. It is a funny show.
Okay. I will try.
Hi.
I'll try my best. I have to have to get out of those shots.
And they're like, well, we're just gonna make you a
I had to do that. I really had to. Just yell spoon out of nowhere, referencing the tick. Especially since the Amazon Video released the show, released the new series. That sadly doesn't feature Patrick Warburton as the tick. But then again, I'm more like the cartoon more than I do the live action stuff. Alright, so leaving a bit early just to talk to Lost Narrator and Magpie, but overall I'm trying to find a couple of people to chat with, but essentially Lost Narrator and Magpie are here for a meet and greet out here because they are, if you haven't seen the little video by Lost Narrator, they winded up asking, Lost Narrator wound up doing something special, getting 2 plushes for Magpie and Lost Narrator. And in the end, they winded up getting, they winded up getting married in the end, which I'm very proud of them for doing that. It is so amazing that they did that. That is just too amazing, to say the very least. A thing I forgot to say when I met you, Magpie, congrats on the marriage. That is one thing I never expected to happen.
I know! I always hoped and dreamed.
You're such a dork.
I try.
Let's hope the future works out for you two.
Thank you. Me too, obviously.
Yeah. Anyways, what is next? Well, if we kneel down and look at the schedule for a moment, I'll tell you. So I got Fandom Reflections at 2, so that leaves me with about 30 minutes to kill. But of course, with the timing and schedule and whatnot, it's easier said than done because there is because it started 30 minutes later. There's kind of a delay for doing it, kind of a delay for all panels. Hopefully, it won't be the same way once it comes to the next day. Let's pray it is the next day, and hopefully, in the end, this will perfectly work out. Never told me a thing about vouchers. So after looking at one of the billboards and whatnot, lining up for the vouchers for the DIY plushes, it turns out that you have to get the vouchers 1 hour in advance. They never mentioned any of this in the comic book whatsoever. They never mentioned it. Not on the website, not in the con book, not...
Every year they do something like this, and it's never mentioned ahead of time.
What are y'all in line for?
We are in line to get
Vouchers.
vouchers to make tiny plushy.
You got here 30 minutes before? What
Even
are you
Everfree Northwest tells me all this stuff. And I know the staff.
I think possibly even 4 sessions this year, and one of them is like little kids specifically, but the others are...
It was like a kid edition for Saturday. Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. That's when the kid version was going to happen.
Yeah, it's they said it's kind of Build-A-Bear style, so it's probably, they already have the pony plushes and you're supposed to decorate them.
Yeah, so it's kind of like the Starlight Glimmer or the main six, or Celestia or Trixie, any of those that are from Build-A-Bear.
I really feel like they should have held it in a bigger room, though. Like, this seems so small.
Just so that people can walk through here.
Who knows what was going on when they had to load a bunch of stuff.
Square it off or something to wrap it around.
There, that way people have
So that's a couple of dollars I'm going to have to waste. I want to be able to make my friend's OC while I'm here. Because he lives in Kentucky and he can barely make it to any of the MLP conventions. So I'm going to make a OC of my friend.
I think the main reason they don't have it in a bigger room is that the people who run the thing, there's a limited number of them. There's only a few people who do this. So when when they got everybody in the room, the crowd has to be small enough that they can go around each table and give people advice.
They really ought to say, like, this is where we got off the line. Sorry, you're past a certain point.
Pretty much this is the OC I want to build for my friend.
Well, his cutie mark will be a bit of a challenge, but I think it shouldn't be. He's the alicorn of cakes.
Well, he's a cook. He likes baking and cooking, and
He's an alicorn.
yeah, he lives in Ponyville. And works for Pinkie Pie in Sugar Cube Corner. The more I kind of think about creating it, the more I think it's probably going to be something like this.
I've actually done this panel before. They end up as the mini ponies.
Yeah.
Are more like, so they're about this tall, and they don't have real feet. They have kind of
Stubby.
Yeah, stubby feet.
Yeah.
It said you must have gotten to a tank.
Yes, this is the one to get the voucher.
Oh, okay.
Once we get the vouchers, too, then we can wander off, because at that point,
I thought it started at 2. Oh, no, it
starts at 3.
Yeah, today it starts at 3. So I'm going to have to miss a bit of the Phantom Reflections panel with Kathy.
Yeah, they really just need to, like, tell us where the line stops. I don't want to wait for them, like, ever and have them go, oh, sorry, that was loud.
No, I think we're good so far. I've seen this line get a lot longer.
Oh, and more people get in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that what, like, a mini plush looks like?
Yeah.
The mini plush actually is smaller than that.
Well, actually,
And
this is one made at Everfree by Second Chance Artwork.
Yeah.
Which they're based in Washington.
Yeah.
I mean the state.
Oh.
See.
So it's actually smaller, and it's got instead of having real feet, it kind of has like little stubby feet.
Oh, I see those. The ones that they're charging $40 for.
Mm-hmm. You can make your own plushie for $40 for, I don't know if they even charge for materials for this one.
It's like $5. So.
Sometimes, yeah, $5 usually.
That's right. Yeah, I'm glad there's that now.
So we just got our ticket for the pony plush session, and of course after 45 minutes of killing time in the vendor hall, which I actually found something I'm very interested in, which I'm going to have to look at sometime later, it looks like that now is time to go to the DIY plush panel, so I can finally make my friend their OC. So without further ado, transition, and we'll get things started. There you are.
Here I am. How's it going, man?
It's going fine. Took me quite a while to find you.
Yeah, I meant to find you too, but it's like, it's just a big con.
Yeah, it really is. At least I tried to send you a couple of hints on what
I just saw the shirt. I thought just look for the guy in green.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy in green and the one with the orange bag and the little version of his OC here.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
This is Mini Ferb.
I remember that name.
So I gotta say, completely still right now. I get a tattoo.
Yeah.
A temporary tattoo at least. Also, I think I know you somehow. So what's the brain with that? Oh, what do you know? Yep, that's her. Not random.
I also like attached really excited.
Really? Oh, you're so generous.
Oh my god.
This is insane. I'm actually reading up with the creator of the MLP series. I think probably to make it last a bit longer, since they're on probably a 30-minute delay, is took a photo because I want this moment to last forever. And still, it's insane.
Oh, it's Fluttershy. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yours is Fluttershy. Yeah, man. Glad we bounced back this off.
Now you have a tattoo.
How long will it last?
Depends on where people's skin is. I can. Here you go. It washes off its skin.
Oh, does it? Makes sense.
You want it too?
I'll take one.
Alright,
Anyway, so what's up, man?
Yeah,
I was going to say my...
love the MLP Meat series.
Oh, thank you.
It's been too long since I've ever done something with you.
I know. It's hard to, like, because there's, like, so many, like, voices. It's like, one person asked me to do, I see when we do a voice, and others, like, I always keep you in mind just in case if I need for a changeling. Well, seeing how the changeling turns good.
There is the Chima head, the tiger head or whatever.
Oh, that is true. I still promise you for that role.
Yeah.
It's just that I want to use it, but I just don't know how I'm going to incorporate it into the video.
Yeah. To get it done quickly before I have to head into a DIY pony plush to make for my friend in Kentucky. Mind a photo?
Oh yeah, I don't mind.
Okay.
So yeah, nice seeing you, man.
Yep, nice seeing you.
How long are you going to be here for?
I'm going to be here until Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday. Yeah, I'm here till Monday, so... We will eventually see you together again soon, so again, nice seeing you, and I'll see you later.
Bye. Okay, better hurry into the DIY pony plush panel. Thank you.
There you are, man.
I just had to meet Logan. Okay, here we go. I just gotta get this stuff out, because why not? Again, transition. I didn't mean to do that, you know? Okay, so the pony plush panel finished up, and I kind of struggled a bit trying to get the parts down, so I'm gonna try to come back in here around 7:30 because I've got SFM ponies to go to. So I'm kind of halfway late into doing Analysis Anarchy, and it kind of sucks for me because I was kind of looking forward to that panel, but some things come up that you just can't, you know, you gotta take more time on it.
Mary Stallions, the one hippogriff. Life presents Stomp on the Ground.
I literally like how it's photo finish. That's the photographer for BronyCon. Pretty funny. But, anywho, I want to say that Analysis Anarchy just wrapped up, and despite it being a bit, what's the word? Insaneness. There is one thing I do look forward to out of all of this. I'm probably gonna line up for SFM Pony. The moon is probably maybe the Hall of the Moon, but I'll go there and I'll I'll wait patiently since I've got 30 minutes. And somebody needs to be the master of killing time. And I also just realized out of all of this, I'm going to miss, what is it? I am going to miss the, what was it? The Bronies React panel. They were at Everfree Northwest, and I was able to attend the both of them, but because of the schedule, there is a struggle to try to get that done and whatnot. So I guess we're gonna have to get in line and set everything up.
Their links are up here, so if you want to go show them support, sub or not, but you can go say hi.
This man has it right.
Yeah, there we go.
He's ready. He's ready.
But anyways, thanks for coming out. I appreciate it.
Maybe leave one and take Soon, why?
And there's just the dolphin there.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I didn't record anything.
No, that's all right.
We finally meet again at last.
It's good seeing you.
Yeah, nice to see you too.
You doing it?
Took me 5 years to make it here, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
Especially since my 21st birthday's here.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Me, 2 more. Here we go.
Enjoying the U.S.
The U.S. is all right. It's very hot, but I'm used to it. It's all right. It's all right. Hey, you know, I'm not.
Alright, so as you can tell, the SFM Ponies panel just finished up. The next thing to do is probably head back to the sewing room and just, what is it? Try to figure out dinner, if I'm even deciding I want to do it or not. Thank you. Deciding whether or not I should do it or hold out. Because I know there's a lot of really amazing stuff in the vendor hall, but kind of the limitation I found out is that it's mostly going to the Uber and the flights and food and whatnot. It's mostly going to that, but hopefully I can figure something out. I have now gotten out of that warm rain over there. It took me a while to walk over here from the convention center I exited out of. And you see me flip out. Excuse me. You see me flip out of that. Well, for dinner I decided to stop by Jimmy John's. And of course, this is the first time I've ever eaten at this place. What I have right now is it's sort of the ultimate porker. So it supposedly has, you know, the ham, bacon, lettuce, tomato, mayo, you know, like any sandwich would have. But because I don't like lettuce or tomato, mostly because I was a very picky kid back in the day, I just have the ham, bacon, and mayo sandwich. For the most part, it is a really good sandwich. And of course, this is my first time ever trying out Jimmy John's. Mom there has, tried it out in the past and finds it pretty good. So it's good I get to try out something new. But anywho, let's travel back to the convention center. At least in some sort of pajama-like setup, because if I'm going to be up till 1 to watch the premiere of the Anthology 6, I might as well just head back to the con via PJs. Hopefully they won't give me any trouble for it if I just stroll in there. And if you're wondering, I am not going to do a reaction to the Anthology videos because I will be there forever. You probably barely would ever hear me, and most likely it's going to be a packed house. So with that in mind, let's transition back to the convention center, me in night clothes. See you then.
We can't even out each other, right?
Oh, hey.
So how are you doing?
I'm
Do you
doing
have your
fine.
mushroom hat?
You mean my Uhara hat from Bleach? I left it in the hotel room mostly because I'm going to be heading down to the Anthology premiere.
We're gonna make a run.
A run for it?
Yeah, we need to get to the concert.
Sorry, see you later, man.
Yeah.
She hates Eric.
I figured the both of you would be emceeing.
Yes.
Yeah, so I found the 2 more keys. But hopefully I might be able to see them more during Who's Line. Or if I appear in the background, then I'll see it, of course. That was the middle bar. Look at this. Rain, rain, rain. I thought I left this state to avoid the rain. But there's 2 things in this state. It's warm and it's wet. Thus, we get the warm rain. It's not easy trying to survive such common weather, especially for the state I live in. Anywho, I'm gonna head down to Anthology 6, and from there, I think this is going to wrap up the day. So, oh, here they are. Thought there'd be buttons over there, but guess not. Of course, as you can tell, I've sort of kind of disguised myself in what I usually sleep in. Why? I figure because I'm going to be there for like a couple of hours, well, 2 hours to say the least, but there could be a 30-minute delay, so that may push it even further. I have to be there for Anthology.
Go on without me.
So I have to go on and be there and sit down during what is proposed as, what is it? LineCon, that's it. Nearly slipped my mind. How could I forget about LineCon, man? How could I forget? And it looks like there's more OCs in this place. But, I know like, BC Race Best and, not us, anyways, Red Card, so hard to confuse the two. The both of them are going to, both of them, I can't speak English today, or I know my proper grammar and all. So currently, I know for a fact that Red Card's going to be there for the Anthology. It said in his debriefing video that he was going to appear there. So I'm going to get up there and see if I can get in line or not. But from the looks of it, it looks like this is one big, massive line just to get to Tony's The Anthology Part 6. Yeah. This long line is how people are going to get to Tony's The Anthology. Good calamity. But she's not. Oh wait. Long room. That must be in Son of the Moon. That's the Hall of the Stars. Let's go on further. Like usual, so many people lining up to go and see this. And yeah, a huge, massive line right here. There are lines, they could probably last from here to Texas. Apologies for Brony Network for making that assumption. But yeah, this line is huge.
I know, it's so great.
I don't even know what the line for the anthology is. This is a huge line and can basically be confused with something else. I gotta ask a staff member real quick.
So wrong. Yes.
Where's the line for anthology?
The end of the line is done by the way.
I figure that. Huge, hugest ever line. I knew this was going to happen. It's the anthology panel. What did you expect? So many people lined up here just to watch a near to 1.5 hours, maybe more, of an insane show. Or at least a compilation, which, for whatever reason, reminded me so much of Robot Chicken. Yeah, anthology and Robot Chicken. What more of a combination do you need to get? I don't think there's anything else you need to compare it to. It's just anthology and Robot Chicken. They take the weird little skits and they create it into something huge and massive. That's what essentially anthology is. But anywho, this looks to be the back of the line because there's balloons right here. And apparently I'm hearing Soldiers of the Night. I'm not kidding when I say that. I'm hearing Soldiers of the Night. Yeah, the same could be said here. I actually laugh at the fact that it's this guy holding the balloons telling you it's the end of the line. I find that funny. That's pretty good overall. My assumptions are right. They're playing Soldiers of the Night.
Yes, we are. That's me, actually.
If there's anything I really wish could happen, is there should be an actual music video for that. This song
there really should be.
Yeah. I just love its style. I can easily envision the music video. But finding collaborators is easier said than done.
Now if it's Bob is here, I'm here.
Yeah. Somebody might. I've got some of the Blender maps.
I already played the Golden 3 game on this.
Nice. Change, honor is long gone, and now that good and evil are to stray, a cruel and past is drawn. For all the good we have created, it doesn't make us right. Because of us who light in darkness, see a different kind of light.
Yes. You're putting this stuff on YouTube, man.
Yeah, it's part of my vlogs. Because I kind of want to act like ensue does when I record this stuff.
Hey, you know what? If you keep going, you're going to succeed, man.
Yeah.
Just try your best, you'll succeed eventually.
I know most of Forever Free Run's music to 100%. I love the guy.
Actually, everyone else just started showing up here. I'm actually starting to lose my voice, which is kind of
Oh.
because I've been talking so freaking loudly.
Yeah. Alright, let's go. Gotta get back in line for the anthology, which I won't record the reaction, as I said before.
At a pony convention.
The fact of singing the SpongeBob SquarePants theme is hilarious. Well, that's not the first time there's somebody who actually sang that. There's a video online of Russia and the troops singing SpongeBob. I just about laughed my rear off at it. Gathering everybody from far back and putting them over here.
Usually,
Gone from BonyCon, and we're back to LineCon again. Kind of see the pattern here? Huh? Oh. At least this day actually was worth it. And kind of going to this con was well worth it. Especially when I announced it tomorrow, my 21st birthday.
Oh yes.
When they announced that, I was like,
Go down to the vendor hall.
it is a miracle.
You'll find Philip.
Oh.
Like Andy Chris, Tony Fleeks. Oh. You'll find them. You'll find Philip. Okay. Sure.
Equestria Girls movie. You know about that?
Know about what?
The Equestria Girls movie, not the Equestria Girls, what the hell am I talking? I'm talking about the My Little Pony movie comic book.
Oh yeah, the prequel comics. I've actually seen a couple of previews for them. They're actually going to explain in the comics the origins of the Storm King, what he's like. Which I really want to look forward to the Storm King because he's voiced by one of my favorite actors at this time, Lee Schreiber.
Yeah.
You may not recognize him in this show, but he's in a Showtime original called Ray Donovan. I don't know what it was, but when I watched the first two seasons in 2014, I just loved it. What Lee Schreiber delivers on the show is so amazing. It's sort of like the story of a man who's actually struggling to keep his family as well as his other people working and alive. There's always something that goes wrong with him. And they even started the season up like a week ago. And there's characters who have moved on, but also some characters vanished. And this season's kind of I guess the theme is Ray's going back into the Hollywood business, but it's a puzzling mystery on what happened to his wife, Abby, or Abs in the show. I usually call her Abs. I'm doing Ray Donovan little episode reviews just because I want my watchers to watch this. This is probably one of the best shows I've ever come across. It kind of puts Showtime on the map right next to HBO with the great TV series. Not as popular as HBO because they got a crap ton of subscribers, but Showtime still puts out a lot of good subscribers, or good shows, I mean.
You also have the Game of Thrones series. It's very popular.
Yes. I watch Game of Thrones, but there's also another show I watch.
I don't get Game of Thrones. I watched Game of Thrones, I've seen the whole thing, but you know what? Even now, it's like, I still don't even watch. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to take the time out of my day to go watch Game of Thrones because it's just not worth it, I feel like.
Yeah. But pretty much as of right now, there's another HBO original I watched.
You know, most people tell me for Game of Thrones, they like, oh, well, there's sex and killing people. It's like, yeah, well, they do that once every 2 episodes now.
Yeah.
Why don't you go watch Spartacus? They do that every 5 seconds.
I've got to find time to watch Spartacus.
It's crazy. Just killing people and just banging. That's the whole thing.
One of the new shows that premiered last year, and I don't know if you're familiar with it, is Westworld. It's based upon the movie and the book by Michael Crichton. The storyline for it is so completely nuts and insane. You'd have to be thinking real hard just to put the puzzle pieces all together and how the story is laid out. But for its first season, it did a fantastic job, and I look forward to season 2 in the fall.
Awesome. I thought Westworld's coming out season 2 in 2018, though.
Westworld?
Yeah, the next season's coming out next year.
I thought it was going to come out in 2017. There was the SDCC that went on, and they showed the teaser for Westworld season 2.
Spring 2018.
Ah, so I've got to wait
longer.
Yeah. They're singing Bohemian Rhapsody.
I'm waiting for the switch to start. Thursday, yeah. Yesterday, I watched the Logic concert that happened at Pier 6. Logic and Joey Badass. It was actually a very good concert. At first, it was like, yeah, it's like an okay concert, like above average, but towards the end, oh my gosh, they pulled off a killer performance. If you like the rap music they have, I would suggest watching it on YouTube. It's very good.
All right. Might take a look at it after I get back and probably post these vlogs up on YouTube. I'm singing Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah. Too funny, man. This is all too funny.
My waifu is.
It is Saber Spark.
Yeah, I saw him on the panel earlier today. Gee, I don't even know what it was. They were making fun of this one movie about a little girl and supposed to be talking to a horse. It was an okay panel. I enjoyed it.
Oh, that was Wishing Is Magic.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, that film is weird.
That film is bad. That
Yeah.
was just bad. The script writing was bad. The camera was even worse. Like, the camera shows.
The pacing is just terrible.
Yeah.
And I feel like whatever they got for the horse, it's like Mr. Ed's long-lost cousin. Once removed. Maybe twice. I don't know.
I got such a weirdest voice for that horse. And, like, the way they portrayed it was just so weird. It didn't feel right.
Spike Spencer voicing that horse.
Spike Spencer, I don't know how you got him, but great. But why'd you make him a horse?
Yeah. Pretty much. Out of final thoughts for this whole thing, I just thought to myself, in the words of Mr. Horse from Ren and Stimpy, no sir, I didn't like it.
I loved it. No, that's not the case.
The punch was good timing. We were playing Thunderstruck over there. Such a good timing, I'd actually hit you by the time the final hit.
I actually don't listen to a lot of music at all. I remember the first time I heard Thunderstruck back when I was in the Navy. I had a 5-inch cannon, so it's like the cannon that you can see right in front of the ship. And so the guys were like, hey, we want to go ahead and play a Reveille song. We're going to wake up the whole crew by shooting the cannon off while playing Thunderstruck at the same time.
Oh.
And I was like, what the f*** is thunderstruck, and that's when I learned. And I was in charge of the gun, so I naturally just made sure the whole process went smooth.
Yeah, that's AC/DC right
I'm all
there.
like, you had me at shooting guns. I love that, but what is AC/DC?
It'll take you a while to learn a lot about music.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much a person who's like into classic rock, oldies, just anything that's
Well, if I were to pick a genre, I would pick classic rock. I feel like it just, it's really easy to listen to and to get yourself immersed in.
Yeah. Classics like Rolling Stones, I don't know, like count the Beatles and all in classic rock. But there's them. And Yes, and yeah, that's the actual name of the band. There's Boston. And ELO.
Gee, I don't even know what the fucking line is anymore. There's like one line and then there's like a second line.
This whole line con is completely confusing.
Absolutely terrible. I don't know what these guys were thinking. You could have just carved the line this way.
Yeah. But the problem is they have to make sure.
I don't know.
Last time I heard they were singing Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, they're not very coherent.
What?
What? Yeah, Shimmer Buddy.
I forgot to ask about that. Oh, but I mean, the only thing I am is high functioning, you know.
I'm half blind, half deaf.
Half blind, half deaf.
Yeah, both my left side.
I said that I'm a bit high functioning as well. I've got autism.
That's okay.
Who knows what they're singing now? They're singing the SpongeBob SquarePants theme one moment, and the next thing you know, they're singing Bohemian Rhapsody.
Now they're singing.
Alright. 3:04, so it's 11:04.
They're singing.
26 minutes.
They're singing something hallelujah.
They're singing gospel.
Yeah,
I know that song.
yeah. Maybe they're just singing to pump up the band or something, to pump up the people. That's possibly what they could be doing right now as we speak.
Where's it coming from? There or there?
It's coming down there. Kind of weird of all of this, you know. Personally, I wish the chant this year would be Teacup.
Teacup. It's Teacup.
Okay, you remember the second episode of season 7, All Bottled Up?
Oh, season 7, All Bottled Up. Yeah.
Well,
Oh, the tricks. Okay.
Yeah.
I can see how that came from the song. All right.
yeah. I think a cosplay I personally love right now as we speak is definitely the Ninja Dash over there. Just his design and the overall... Yeah, Ninja Spike.
Alright.
I love its look, to say the very least.
I'm planning to go see the autograph place tomorrow to meet the lady who voices Spike.
Kathy Leslick.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. They could be doing that, but it's just memes that come to the top of their head. Next thing you know, they'll be singing All-Star by Smash Mouth.
Don't give them ideas.
That's why I'm seeing it way behind here. Oh, hey. I am doing fine. It's great to see you here.
Yeah, how's your first day been?
Insane. Traveling back and forth between panels and even making a little version of my friend's OC.
Aww.
I am just about, like, almost 100% complete with him. What I'm going to do is, pretty much they're going to allow me to come back here tomorrow, and they're going to help me put the mane and tail on my friend's OC.
Okay, cool.
A little gift for my friend in Kentucky.
Oh, neat. There you go.
They're Can't tell what it is. But music aside, man, how many times have I lied about it transitioning over from me seeing Anthology 6 over to here after the thoughts? How many times have I done that? I'm just getting more footage here and there.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's because of the gun. I'm losing track of what I'm vlogging right now.
But I never remember to take the camera out and move on.
Pretty much that's what Race does, and so does Red Card.
I used to vlog, it's hard to remember, you know?
Yeah.
By the way, nice camera.
Yeah, thanks. I've had this thing since 2014.
Nice.
Both the arm and the camera.
Oh, it is a very nice camera.
Yeah. It was a graduation present from 2014. Like, after I went through the graduation stuff you see in high school, we basically went straight to Best Buy and literally bought this camera and its arm and an SD card.
Nice.
It wouldn't be until later on that I'd buy the extended batteries.
Don't mind me, I'm probably going to be singing myself late past time. Don't mind me, I'm probably just going to be singing myself late past time. We got me singing Brody songs.
Watch the people come in and they say the huge line and like, what's this line for? And then they say that line and
I love the look at that. It's like Mare de Well with something, the soccer or something.
Yeah.
But it's also Darkwing Duck. It's also kind of that Darkwing Duck feel with Mare de Well.
I really do like that shirt. Where'd you get that?
I got it 4chan.
I have a ribbon.
4chan, of course. All right, and we're moving. Yeah, we're back to BronyCon. It's, let's just hope I don't have to do this yet again. But pretty much that's a lie. I just realized something. Even when it's raining, it's still warm out there. And it's insane trying to survive that weather. Besides, one of the stereotypical things that people make assumptions about Washington, it always rains a lot. That's not the truth. Sure, it's one of the state's most common weather, but it's not really that big of a hassle.
new parking spot.
Yeah.
There you go.
Now we're back to LineCon.
No, get up.
Nope, we're back to the BronyCon.
Close. They might
30 seconds.
Now we're back to LineCon yet again.
Actually, it's probably they're probably letting people in because we're kind of close to the room now.
Yeah, I'll just hope there's enough. We're back to BronyCon now. We're back to BronyCon.
Hold on, stop, bro.
Yeah, but how many people can they fit in that one little room?
Wow, those rooms do hold a lot of people, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Especially if you went to the one where it was like, the panel we were just talking about with AC Racehorse.
AC Racehorse. That was Riffing is Magic.
That's right, and you saw how many people were able to fit in there, and it was quite a long line at the beginning.
Yeah.
Almost.
Who knows? It's an insane thing going on with BronyCon and whatnot. Besides that, I wouldn't know because this is my first ever BronyCon.
As is mine.
Yeah, welcome. Back to BronyCon. I feel like we're going to be doing this every 1 minute.
Teacups. All right.
See, I hate Trixie and I don't like Starlight, so I'm not gonna do
All
that.
right. I don't know why you hate Trixie.
Because Trixie's a bitch.
Back to BronyCon.
Starlight keeps making the same mistake over and over again and just does not learn from her lessons.
And Trixie is clearly a bitch.
Still. When you're a protege of a princess, you think you put a little bit of effort.
Yep, coming from LineCon to BronyCon yet again.
One season.
No. Yeah, I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
Luna made up for it. Luna turned around. Starlight got to go live with
Luna turned around because she got zapped by magical rainbow lasers.
Yeah.
Otherwise, as Mr. Bean calls it,
Yeah, she's really
magic.
She made freaking cannabis to hunt herself.
It's hard to do that. Back to BronyCon, now back to LineCon.
As a character.
BronyCon,
No,
LineCon.
they're force feeding her to us.
No, they're not. That's not been in a while.
Starlight graduated from her friendship lessons. Shit,
They
still.
literally run out of friendship stuff for the main six to learn. So they need to add in a new character to like learn more friendship stuff.
I wouldn't say that. They could just do different ideas and put them in different situations, more complex.
With the main floor boosting.
And you could
I
still.
don't know. The balling up anger can be done by any pony.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, any unicorn.
I think it would be. I honestly.
Actually,
Yeah,
you want to know
I don't
something?
'cause
Have you ever seen Princess Deadpool?
Is that a YouTube video?
Well, he is a user up on YouTube, but it's a literal cosplayer who's Deadpool, but he's a princess.
No, I've seen Pinky Deadpool, but I haven't seen Princess Deadpool.
Good for that person.
Princess Deadpool literally does not like Starlight Glimmer because she didn't get what was coming to her, like sentences and whatnot, for all the crime of altering timelines and almost like ruining like the timeline whatsoever and causing the main six absolute trouble.
Okay, I do
It never
admit
happened.
that is something that should have been taken care of. But she is a developing character. She is still developing as a good person. And when people are still developing, they make mistakes. Sometimes they make the same mistakes over and over again. That's just how people are. And for me, that means Twilight is a more realistic character. She's more relatable.
You said Twilight.
Not Twilight, Starlight, my bad. She is more relatable.
Twilight.
Starlight is. So, it's just like, you know, I wish people would give her a bit more of a break.
But you know, at the end of the day, Rarity's best pony.
You said Rarity, right?
I consider every
Sorry.
every one of those to be best pony.
Twilight's a good pony. Fluttershy was my favorite. Starlight came along.
Fluttershy is rather useless.
Starlight came along.
For me, Fluttershy reminds me so much of my childhood.
That's why I don't like Fluttershy, because I hate my childhood.
Everyone's childhood is different.
Yeah,
Now we're back to BronyCon. So was mine, but you don't see me talking about it.
See, by that nice dress shirt, I'm telling you, Rarity.
Actually, I didn't notice until someone pointed it out, and that just makes me love this shirt even more.
I think we're done with LineCon now.
Nope. Yeah, you spoke too soon.
Nope, we're back to LineCon. LineCon,
Initial
LineCon.
line con in order.
Hey boys, we made
Yeah.
it. We're gonna get in there.
We're going to get in?
Oh yeah.
Yes!
Hopefully I get a good seat. I'm sorry.
Now we're back to BronyCon again. There ought to be a counter for each time we go from BronyCon to LineCon and LineCon to BronyCon.
60, 17.
16.
Thank you. Oh, look at this place. I don't know if I'd be able to get a good view. Oh my god. They're playing Black Betty. Just hope I don't get taken down for this.
There's a brand new segment I went
I'm going here.
Fire!
More or less over here. There's somewhere with a good spot, you know? Is there anything here that is not taken? Who knows? But it looks like these whole rows are taken. And the other option is to literally go right here. Anywho, better squeeze in here. Excuse me. Jump over here.
That's probably the best spot right here.
Yeah, at least I get a view of the screen.
Until so sir. Until someone sits there.
Yeah. Anthology 6 is going to be very interesting.
I missed the last one.
I wasn't even here at BronyCon.
No, I haven't even seen it.
Ah.
I missed it even coming out.
And of course, there's the Brony Network again.
What?
The Brony Network. Have you ever heard of them?
Yeah.
That's basically the main person that hosts the live streams. Everything from the new episodes to Tsunami to even True Capitalist Radio.
I gotta catch the reruns of the events I missed after this.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be recording the whole thing?
No, I stated beforehand, and I'll say it again. I'm not going to record the thing just because I actually... It's pretty hard to react to something, especially with a group of other people.
Yes. So is that recording now?
Oh, for a little personal ride over here from LineCon to BronyCon, and then LineCon, and then back to LineCon again.
What's the next line?
There should just be like some sort of counter or whatever for each time we go from LineCon to BronyCon. In fact, I may do that right now.
I cannot hear you over the noise.
We go from LineCon to BronyCon and LineCon to BronyCon. There ought to be a count of how many times that has happened.
No one wants to report that depressing number.
Well, maybe I will. I'll add in post. Anyway, here we go. Airplane. Funny movie. That was fun.
First day and we hit bingo.
I need a drink. And this is going live tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning. Uncensored program. We Fire Trucking love you. Thank you for coming out. Christian Panel 2015. Woo! All right, everybody. Here. All right. Now we do an avant-garde.
It's amazing, man. Amazing. The goal has been accomplished. After years of waiting, we finally have the sixth.
If you would like an autograph or something from anybody who worked on it, come up to the front here and we will direct you. We get a shirt.
Worth staying up at night. Worth staying up. I just want to tell you both good luck. Well,
That would be our
so wonderful. Oh, wow. I'm still trying to overcome that experience. Wow. It actually happened. Oh, I never stayed up for any other night panels except for the okay, except for the pony stock at Everfree Northwest. I guess this was very fun. I'm surprised they actually managed to fit everybody in. It's currently midnight, 9. That's Pacific Coast, so it's 9:45. But here in the east, it's about 12:45. I must tell you, that was one amazing night. One special way to rock the first night of BronyCon. I just love it. So many funny moments. I love the airplane reference. I love the many. Yeah, what's up, man?
Hey, you there in the deathly uncool clothes. Just kidding. What's going on?
Nothing.
You vlogging?
Yeah. It's a vlog.
You're vlogging?
Yeah.
Very cool. That's what the cool kids do these days.
Son.
They hold their phone out. Their phone.
Yeah. How's it going?
Hey, going pretty good. How are you?
Yeah,
Hello.
just about doing fine. Anthology just got out.
And how was that?
Amazing.
I haven't seen that one. I think the last one I saw was like the 4th one, and that was 6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's going to be out at, I believe, 9 in the next morning.
Oh, so that was like a premiere. Like,
Yeah.
Cool.
Especially love the airplane reference and Clue.
Very nice. I'll have to check that out.
3 different endings, and then I just want to tell you both good luck. We're all counting.
All right.
Oh, they also reference the Rick and Morty ending. The the McDonald's sauce?
The Szechuan sauce.
Yeah.
Szechuan sauce, Morty, for the premiere of Mulan.
I think they're actually releasing.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. Yeah. Like McDonald's is bringing it back apparently because the demand was so great.
That was something that actually existed.
It was.
Yeah.
They did their research. That was a real thing that happened.
What is it supposed to taste like?
My guess is, because these companies always try to be economical, it's probably a combination of pre-existing things they had.
Like ketchup barbecue sauce?
No, my guess is they mixed sweet and sour with like barbecue sauce.
I mean, neither of those things I really like, but I mean, I'll try.
But I bet
anything
it'd be
once.
something similar to that. Anyway.
There's many videos up on YouTube about what the sauce could possibly taste like, and people recreating their own version.
And I think I even saw like packets of it on eBay that were like from the 90s that like somehow someone had saved.
Wow.
And they were going on eBay for like a few $100.
I definitely heard about that one.
I bet you $20 that was just old stock.
Well, it's like, where do they get it?
Some people just hold on to stuff. I mean, there's if you look up.
I know. I could find old ketchup packets somewhere.
I could go on and get like original Crystal Pepsi from a bottle. It's probably 10 years expired.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, it is a possibility they might bring it back, especially since Disney is going to do a live-action Mulan film.
Are they really?
That's what I heard.
Stop making live-action Disney films.
I know. It's like there's no new ideas anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, that's stupid. I'm like the animation is the fun part.
Make more original animated features.
They keep
like,
turning
so
up
good.
the weird factor on every single one.
Yeah.
Like,
can't wait for live-action Zootopia.
yeah, how are they gonna pull that off?
Hey,
in fursuits. In fursuits. It'd be brilliant.
Yeah, that could be a possibility.
Audition for Nick.
Both of us will audition for Nick.
And,
I'll be the head. He'll be the butt end. So it'll be like a pantomime horse kind of thing.
And the girl that did Judy with you at what con was that?
Soccer con.
Yeah, at Soccer Con can audition for Judy.
Goodness gracious. I don't know where my people is.
Pretty much with me in the live-action movies, I feel like they're not creative, especially when Beauty and the Beast came out. When I first saw the teaser, I just like, it's probably gonna suck.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to go in with expectations that it's gonna suck. Like, I'm always skeptical that it can be as good because I think by virtue of being a reboot or a remake, part of your success leans on the old one, the original. So, you know, it's like Jurassic World. It was an okay movie, but if Jurassic Park didn't exist, it would have been a horrible movie. It wouldn't have made any sense. Like, it relied on the callback to Jurassic Park for it to really impact in any way.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yeah.
When Emma was put into the movie and they just auto-tuned her because she's not that perfect of a singer, that's when you know that it's kind of a bit off-putting, seeing as how obviously she was in the Harry Potter movies. And she actually tried to get into La La Land, one of the best musicals out at this time. And originally, when she wanted to get the role, she made a condition that they had to have at least do the choreography or whatever in London.
Right, and it's like...
It's a story that takes place in Los Angeles, Hollywood.
It's like, I don't think if you're not already cast, I don't think you could be making demands, you know?
Yeah, that's the real intent of all that. I'm probably gonna head back to my room.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
See you later.
All right, it's good to see you guys.
Yep.
See you later.
Bye. What a day this has been. It's insane. It was big. It was massive. The fan reactions were amazing. And by the time this is recording, or at least posted and distributed, whenever I am up to the editing task, it will be already up on YouTube, so I may put it in the card or at least put it in the end slate because, I don't know, end slates are very important to YouTube nowadays. Okay, I better not take my mom over there. So yeah, I'll have to link that over to you guys, either through the means of the cards or through the end slates. And I kind of sort of stepped in to bring the end slates in, especially since it's, I don't know, kind of vital now that YouTube's got rid of the annotations. It's just, times are changing and YouTube's not telling us about these changes.
I wanted to tell her that we're gonna go.
That's kind of the issue. That's kind of the issue with YouTube. They don't tell us anything about what the updates are going to be or what's going to happen. They just throw it in there. And you've seen in like many of my vlogs just how awful YouTube is. They pretty much have a terrible copyright system. They don't know how to tell the difference between fair use and what's copyright. There are so many people who do live streams of actual episodes. Same thing happens with Facebook. And then you've got the ideology that these companies have the bigger and more powerful right to persuade YouTube into doing this or doing that, which is a nightmare. Good night.
Good night.
It's terrible. It's really terrible. Luckily, when I decided I wanted to post, at least repost my reviews of the Fur Guy and Slater link in the description, probably the other way around, I had mentioned that I'm posting my original movie reviews up on VidMe. I've mentioned it a couple of times on my channel because I knew for a fact YouTube had a terrible copyright system, especially when I tried to upload the Equestria Girls review, which was released in April 1st of 2014, which you can now see it up on VidMe yet again. But the main issue with VidMe is, well, not the issue with VidMe, they're a pretty good service. They actually tell people what the changes are, unlike YouTube. They tell us, like, here's a new category for you guys, and then here is what's going on here and what the VidMe staff is doing. They had little segments called This Week at VidMe, which I really miss those. Those were really fun. And I really liked what they did on those videos. But it's also home to Channel Awesome, where they're posting new episodes of the Nostalgia Critic on Tuesdays, a day before YouTube even gets it. Even Channel Awesome has issues with YouTube, especially when Studio Ghibli tried to take them down. But anywho, pretty much for right now, I am completely worn out. First day, running back and forth, messing around with the camera here and there, and I'm surprised I actually had the longest batteries in all of history, so I'm just about able to record anything. My whole 8 hours, or even for that matter, 24 hours of exploring the con floor.
What? I've been up for 24 hours. Let's go. Let's go. Let's work. Come on. Let's go. Want in?
Golfer.
Yeah. I just got some roses. Let's go.
In part, invited you on the idea.
I don't
of being
know
like
about this. I'm not no golfer at all. I'm under 21, but I'll be 21 tomorrow.
Oh.
Which I'm gonna make it loud and proud, at least to some select people. I just hope I'm able to do it at the gala tomorrow night. Because I'll be there, I'll be in my Ray Donovan style suit. Well, that could be Michael Townley from Grand Theft Auto 5, I don't know. But I'll pretty much be in my my suit for the gala. I mean, I probably may leave early just because I want to be able to get everything done on time and make sure that I've got everything set, ready, and good to go. Because it is completely and utterly insane what happens at these cons. It really does. Anyways, I'm probably going to cut it off here, so see you guys tomorrow for an all-new vlog. See you then.